Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy, and for the first time in 2 years, we have a new Football Manager game. It's the first time I'm playing it. The responses have been mixed, but I'm going to jump in for the first time for myself and see what I think. It's been a couple of years. It's been a while since I've recorded anything Football Manager, but here we are. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully you enjoy the video. And if this is good, then it might be the start of a bit more regular FM content. We'll wait and see. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but it might be that the game's crap. So I'm going to do at least 2 videos. One is going to be going into the game for the first time. And then the next video will be the first match day of FM26. So that's what you're going to get at the very least. If it's amazing, then you might get a bit more than that. You might even get a save. So we'll wait and see. I've seen bits and pieces around what's been announced for the game and what we've seen. Enough for me to pre-order the game and have access to the advanced beta. So, you know, it's got that going for it at least. We've got a brand new user interface. We've got what looks like an incredible match day experience. Like graphically, it looks significantly better. You've got the introduction of women's football. So, you know, there's plenty to shout about. Considering last year they cancelled the game, and that was after seemingly telling us more about what wasn't going to be in the game than what was going to be in the game. But we've done videos in the past about FM25. I didn't do one about it being cancelled, but there were ones around it being delayed and what we knew so far. So, you know, you got that at least. But this is FM26. It's a new game. It's a new era. So let's jump into it. For those that don't know, I did create several hundreds of Football Manager videos over the year, stretching back to FM15 over 10 years ago. So I've done lots and lots and lots of FM videos. Of course, they've kind of divvied away now, and we're doing, you know, some more variety gaming. But like I said, if this goes well, then it might be the start of something a bit more regular. We'll see. So the manager creation does look a bit different. What I'm going to do is just try and find like a base model. I'm not going to worry too much about creating myself. I'm just going to try and make something that we can just use. Like this is fine. And then we can change things if we need to. I'll probably change the skin tone a bit. But I'm not going to mess around with it too much. I'm not going to put myself as 6'2", because I'm not 6'2". Why is it 5'10.1"? I'm 5'10". Why is it 5'10.1"? That's just a strange choice. And also, how shaky is this? Can you see it? It's like shaking. So already I'm not seeing some. Also, why am I so? I don't know. Right. Do you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. They look like the regen faces of old. Really, they might be a bit different, but that's fine. I want to just sit. I want to see the user interface. I don't want to spend the whole video looking at creating myself as a manager. Right. Let's fill in my details and my name. I'm a he, him. I was born in 1990. Yeah, I know. I'm in my mid-30s now. September the 4th. Right, so it looks like they've changed the setup a little bit. So we've got a few steps here. So what level did you reach in your football playing career? I never played above amateur level, so we go for none. I know I'm going to be managing Liverpool just for these couple of videos, but I never played even like semi-pro football. But seeing as we're managing Liverpool, we need to, you know, have some sort of reputation about us. Otherwise, we're going to have terrible attributes, aren't we? So I'm just going to put myself as a top-tier contender. Why not? I'm just going to make things up as I go along. Right. Have you ever worked in football in a non-playing role? I'm going to say that I was a coach. Again, I'm just going to make things up. How well known are you for it? Recognized in O Nation. We'll go for that. Why not? I just want to set things up. Do you have a coaching badge? Let's go for a Continental Pro license. It's Liverpool. Let's go for Pro license. How would you describe your coaching style? So this is one of the things that I've seen, is that your coaching and mental attributes are no longer quantified. So whereas obviously player attributes are still ranged from 1 to 20, like your pace or your finishing or your aggression, for example, they still say the same. However, coaching attributes seem to range from a good to very good to, I don't know, we might have an outstanding in there. We don't know. But yeah, I like this, but at the same time, I don't like it because there's less I suppose there's a lot more variety. Like, you know, you might be a good attacking coach, but there are other good attacking coaches that might be just that little bit better than you, but you don't know. They're almost like hidden, partially hidden attributes. So I kind of like that. But there wasn't anything wrong with having them 1 to 20 though. Right, I want to be an energetic coach and an entertainer. And I want to develop young talent. We're going to go for that. And then personality, so these will be the mental attributes. So you can see there we have average, good, competent, very good. So it sounds familiar to the facilities, because you had good, you had very good, you had, I guess you had like state of the art, and then you had competent, below average. So it looks like it's based on that range, but we'll wait and see. So personality, disciplined, but convincing. I'm going to go for those two. There we go. Right, here we go. This is our manager. So we've got some good attributes. We've got very good motivating. We've got some average coaching attributes. But that's fine. We've got coaches at Liverpool. So that's not a problem at all. That's our manager. Let's jump in. Let's start and set him up with a career. So I'm going to go for an advanced career setup because I want to see what this looks like, and also it will let us know if there's any new leagues. I know there's some new license leagues, so that you've got the full Premier League license, and there will be international management, but it won't be in the game yet, so it'll probably be ready in time for the World Cup. So imagine that will be for the winter update, which is usually around March. So that will allow you to play international management, which has needed a revamp for a long time now. So men's nations at the moment, we've got Italy, Germany, England, Germany, Italy and Spain. I'll leave those as it is. That's fine. There is a separate tab for the women's league, so we can load these as well. So we can load the women's league down to the second tier as well. So there's that. You can also load other leagues as well. Let me just go into where's add or remove leagues at? Add nations. Here we go. So South Africa no longer the sole African nation you can manage in. You've got the Egyptian league, so that's new. UAE is new. I'm surprised there's no Saudi league. I thought that would be in there by now, but there you go. So you've got the UAE league. The Japanese league was new in 2024. And then in Europe, we've got anyone new here? I think Latvia was in it last time. Lithuania wasn't though, so that's new. So we've got the Lithuanian League, we've got the United Arab Emirates, and we've got Egypt, and I think everything else is the same. Yes, so we have got some new leagues in there, and of course you've got the entire women's division as well. So that's good. Game start date, I want to go for the start of the 25-26 season, just so we can jump into a competitive game. It's going to be the Community Shield because it's Liverpool, but I don't want to go into friendlies. I just want to go straight into a competitive fixture because I want to see some of the Premier League licenses. So we're going to load that database and we're going to see what things look like. I'm going to play until I press the continue button. That's my dedication to this video. I'm going to play FM until I press continue. So it's going to give us a really good opportunity to have a look at the user interface. I don't know how long this video will be, but I'm going to play until I press continue. And then in the next video, I'm going to go into my first match day. So that's what we're going to do. At the very least, that's what you're getting from me from FM26 content. And if it's good, like I said, it might become something a bit more regular. We'll wait and see. If you did used to watch my FM stuff a long time ago and you've come back, first of all, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And if you are interested in anything else gaming wise, then do subscribe because I've got loads of playthroughs on this channel and on my other channel as well over the last few years. We're currently at the tail end of a Death Stranding 2 playthrough, which I've been really enjoying. And also on this channel, we've been playing Control, and then over the other ones as well, we've been playing some Tomb Raider, we've been playing some horror games. Going to be doing a horror game next up as well, but I haven't decided which one yet. Right, we're in the game, so that's good. Oh, no, we've got to choose our team first of all. But it set up the league for us. We're going to go for Liverpool. I did wonder why Bournemouth were at the top, but They are AFC Bournemouth technically, but that's a bit of an interesting choice. You do get a board expectation right off the bat here, so you don't have to click on an individual team to see their like media prediction or their expected finish. It doesn't give you a position, it just gives you title challenges, mid-table, relegation battlers. So I like that. It's a bit more vague about where they think they're going to finish. Of course, there is still, hopefully, the season preview, which has the media prediction and the odds. But I like this. It's good. We can start unemployed as well. Can we go into... How do you get into the women's... Here we go. WSL. So here we go. We've got the Arsenal women's team. You've got Liverpool, London City Lionesses. Of course, they're a fairly new team. So that's how you get into the women's league. So we're going to go to the Premier League. We're going to manage Liverpool. We can see our kits. I have got kits, badges and faces installed. That's why this video is a day after the beta came out. So those things are down in the description if you did want them for yourself. They're very easy to sort out. All you have to do is move them into the Sports Interactive Football Manager folder, which is in my documents. And move them into a folder called graphics. If there's no such folder, if you don't have a folder called graphics, just create it yourself. Move everything in there, make sure the files are unzipped, and all you have to do is just boot up the game, it seems, because there's no clear cache or reload skin that I can see. So I just loaded the game up and there they were. So that's made it a bit easier at least, but just make sure they're in the correct folder in my documents. And if that folder doesn't exist, create it yourself. It's taken us back to a manager profile, but that's fine. We're in the game. So Liverpool set to appoint Andy Brown. So here we go. So this is the first thing you'll see when you manage your club. We'll begin career, and we're in. Where are... Oh, hello. Okay. I was taking a while for the save screen to come up. I wonder why I had nothing in my portal. Brand new thing they've introduced with the portal, and there's nothing in it, but... It was just waiting for the save to come up, but I think we should have a populated portal now. We do. So the portal's the new inbox. They've kind of changed it so that it's, you know, meant to be a bit more modernized. There is nothing wrong with the inbox, personally, but there it is. Right, let's go through these one by one then. So we've got an introduction from Tom Werner. Welcome to Liverpool. So here we've got this club history. First, I mean, we've finished first a number of times, 20 league titles, you know. We've got a transfer budget of £41 million. We've got a wage budget. We've got a scouting budget. Facilities, just in general, immaculate. Are these a bit more details? Yeah, so corporate facilities, training, youth facilities. Academy coaching and youth recruitment kind of fall under youth as well, so there's that. So this is just a separate tile as well, and you just click away, so that's good. Or you can just hit the cross as well. So the tiles and cards were something that they were going to introduce to from 25, which of course got cancelled. And, you know, it's a bit more modernised. I don't mind it. I'm someone who is very Windows, but I'm someone who liked classic Windows. Like, I like having a start menu and the like. So I always used to go for like a program that would give you like the original Windows menus. I was never really a fan of like how Windows had tiles and cards, but here, you know, so far I'm not disappointed, but you know, I haven't seen anything amazing yet. Right, so who is Evelyn Harness, our press officer? Okay, so that's just telling us that we've been appointed. We've got a support profile introduction, club vision and expectations meeting. So this is our first meeting, if you like, with John Henry. So response required. Okay, so we can accept current vision, but the fact that it looks grayed out makes it look like you can't click it. But you can click it. We're just going to accept the current vision. But if we negotiate, so this kind of works almost as like a text message or a messenger, WhatsApp sort of thing. So, you know, again, they've tried to modernize it. I'm just going to confirm that, but I just wanted to see what this looked like. Next. End meeting. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fine. Tactics introduction. So, again, this is something very new is that you can now have separate formations for being in possession and out of possession with various new player roles, it seems. So that's going to take a lot of time, of course. Responsibilities. This is our staff responsibilities. I've declined the introduction. How do we... okay, the back button works. That's fine. Yeah, I skipped the induction, but are you actually going to allow me to change my responsibilities from here? Doesn't look like it. Right, never mind. I guess begin introduction would take us to it. Okay. Oh, squad introduction. Okay. So this is our assistant manager. What are we doing here? Okay, so our assistant manager is giving us this introduction, it seems. Right, let me skip this. Okay, induction. I don't think we've introduced ourselves to the squad here. Because we haven't, have we? We haven't introduced ourselves to the squad. Did I just skip it? Complete introduction. Begin introduction. Oh, this is tactical. I don't want this. I don't feel lost, but it's going to take some getting used to. Like, it's going to feel like learning Football Manager all over again. And for someone that's played FM since, like, FM 07, almost 20 years ago now, it's going to take some getting used to. It is going to take some getting used to. It doesn't look horrible, but, you know, we've just got to learn to work with it, I guess. Right, so we've got our portal overview. It's got FFP on there as well. Squad selection rules, transfer window. There's 4 tasks. Oh, so these are Club Vision we've attended, so that's fine. This we've partially done, so let's continue this. This is the tactics. We'll do that in a minute. Squad's done, that's done. Okay. Let's get started. Select the tactical display shown like this. Okay, that takes us to the tactics. That's fine. It's under match day, so again, it's going to take a while to remember where things are, but that's fine. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's go back to all. That's all fine. So we've got messages is just identical. I guess the portal's got a bit more information. It gives you your fixtures, some team news. Can these be changed around, or are they stuck where they are? Oh. Again, I was expecting that to pop out in another tile, but it didn't. Okay, so it doesn't look like these can be changed around to suit you. It looks like these are locked in, so that's fine. That's okay. We've got calendar. We've got news. No social feed anymore, of course. That's gone. Not that it mattered in the first place. We've got fixtures. Stages. Okay, so that gives you your fixtures, but in a different view. Opposition report against Gwangju. Is that our next? Is that a game coming up? Okay, we have got a friendly. Okay, so that will be our first match day. It will be the friendly. So there we go. Squad. Let's see how this looks. So we've got our squad overview. 32 players in the squad. Much smaller, but there's a lot of information on this screen. I kind of like it. I don't know if it's because of the way that it's showing on my computer, but there's a lot of space on either side, so I feel like there could be room for even more, or just making it a bit larger maybe. But yeah, lots of information here, which is good. And then you've got your detailed first team squad here. So we've got Alisson, we've got Mamadashvili. So this is the Liverpool squad. We know the Liverpool squad, or I would hope we do. Like, if we went to, I mean, let's go to Engamoa, because he's a very good young up and coming player, 16. So again, this looks very much the same. I don't know if the attributes have maybe changed in order. Looks like they're in are they in alphabetical order? I think they were originally. I just knocked the filter, excuse me. I think they were originally in order anyway, but there's so here's Engamoa. Of course, weight has been removed because of the introduction of the women's game. Again, didn't really matter in the first place because weight only matters in terms of your player's physical appearance. It doesn't really affect how they play, because you've got strength for that basically. So that doesn't look too different. Then we've got personal, so this gives you happiness, transfer status, contract status, so that gives you that. And then you've got the performance, so this is like the form. So again, lots of information on the screen, which I like. And then career, I guess, is like your history page. Oh yeah, career stats, so that's your history page, and again, it looks a bit more detailed, more information, so that doesn't look too bad. Then you've got your youth teams, you've got training. Ooh. Okay, that looks similar to how it looked. Of course, the font and the sizing's a bit different. Oh, how do you get back to... Why have we got these here when you can't click them? You should just be able to go back to first team. Yeah, I would like to be able to do that. I would like to be able to do that. Again, plenty of information here, and then we can open these out if we need to. So we'll open this out, but then that gives you an entirely new window. And then, okay, you can click back. So there is that, but there's no use having like a flow like this if you can't click the previous tabs. So that would be helpful for me anyway. Medical center, so this is our injuries and fitness. Dynamics, same things, managerial, support, team cohesion, club atmosphere. So that looks pretty much the same. What's under more? Squad feedback. What's this? Is this confidence? I guess this is kind of board. Yeah, this is confidence. So this is like the old board page. Internationals, discipline, youth setup, promises as its own thing. That's quite nice. It's here though. Registration's over here. That's going to be difficult to remember because that was one of the first things on the squad. Because you had your squad, you had your player numbers, which are here, and registration. So it's again, it's going to take some getting used to. Right, let's go to recruitment. I don't think we'll do it today, but I might do a video where we sign a player and we sell a player, maybe. We'll see if that's anything we can actually do in the time that we got. But there's that. So I might do a separate video in terms of like signing and selling a player, because that might be very different. We'll have to wait and see. So we've got our player search database. So there's Harry Kane, there's Lewandowski, there's Kante, for example. So there's your player search. How easy is it to filter? Let's go to edit search. So we can just search for, I don't know, centre forwards. Liverpool don't need a centre forward because we've got Isak, but you can go centre forward. You can pick your roles and your age range. Minimum scouting grade, nice. Transfer status, loan status. So that looks very similar. And then we can add adding attributes. Okay, so this is still okay. So condition for 16. Oh, so I don't think you used to be able to select like 11 out of 6, like 10 out of 16 attributes, for example. So that doesn't look like you can do it. So that's something that's definitely missing. And then conditions. What have we got here? So international caps, for example, is at least, I don't know, at least 10. Let's just apply that filter. And are there any players in that pool? Hello? We put this up to like 38. Okay, I don't know why there are no players in that pool. That might be something that I've done. Right, let's remove age. Let's remove national caps. Huh. That's concerning that we now have no players. And now we've only got 2. Why have we only got 2 players when the only thing that's filtered is age?
I'm a little tipsy.
Oh, attributes. That would be why. Oh, so you can do each individual one, but you can't say like 10 out of 16. Okay. That's why. And now we've got to remove all of these. And this is... Yeah, that's going to take a while. Okay. So, again, it's another one of those things that's just going to take some getting used to. Recommendations, recruitment focuses, shortlist, squad planner, which was always terrible. We haven't set up a tactic yet, though. We'll do that now. Match day. So, we've got a match day overview. Go away, tutorial. I'll teach myself. So we've got no tactics set up. We've got our training in this very small tile here. We've got our upcoming fixtures and stages. We've got an opposition report, our data hub once we've played enough games. So again, lots of information on the main page, which you can then go into. So you've got your matches feedback, opens up a separate tile. So there's that. Matched squads. Just sends you back to your squad. So that's redundant. Tactics. Right, let's build a tactic. Gegenpress. Please. You actually have to tick the... You have to select the box. You can't just hover over the whole thing. You have to tick that. Again, like... just quality of life is what I want. Right, let's go for a 4-2-3-1 DM wide. Formation out of possession. Right. What's this look like? All this. Yeah, we'll go for this. Again, I'll tweak this in my own time, but I just want to see how it is to set up a basic tactic. So, goalkeeper. Allison. You have selected Allison. Confirm. Okay. Right wing back. Frimpong. I know he's injured, but we're just going to put him in there. Left back. Andrew Robertson, because Milos Kerkez is an accident waiting to happen. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Van Dijk. Canate. There probably is an easier way of like putting these in there. You could probably just drag and drop. But like... what are we on here? Selection info. What other stuff have we got here? We've got conditioning, match sharpness, morale. Can we add stuff to this? Okay, insert column. So if I wanted to insert current ability, we can do that, right? And then here we go. Okay. Mohamed Salah on the right. Isak up top. Why did it put Wirtz there? I want Salah there. Wirtz there. McAllister there. Curtis Jones there. Chiesa there. Again, I'm just fielding a team here. So there we go. And then let's just quick pick. Oh, I'll just quick pick the entire team. That's fine. Okay. So there's our squad. There's our first 11. And then we've got our bench players as well. It's put Isak on the bench, which I find quite funny. But I guess quick pick because we've got McAllister and Frimpong. And also Isak is probably very short in match fitness because he was on strike for Newcastle for 3 months. So that's the combined starting 11. So in possession, it's got this, and then out of possession, it's got Gakpo and Salah just tracking back a little bit, which I quite like. And then we've got them both next to each other, so there's that. So player roles, what do we got? We've got a goalkeeper, we've got a ball playing goalkeeper, and we've got a no nonsense goalkeeper. And then out of possession, we've got a sweeper keeper, and we've got a line holding keeper, and just a basic keeper. So again, plenty of brand new roles. Fullback, we've got fullback, we've got wingback, we've got inside wingback, which I guess is inverted wingback, inverted fullback. We've got playmaking wingback, which I guess is a bit like a complete wingback, because they do overlaps and they help attacks. So that's the new complete wingback. It seems like the same thing but different, which I think seems to be the consensus with FM26. It's different, but it's the same. Like, it's not too different. I hate to imagine what FM25 would have looked like. The good news is, based on FM25, I can actually find my youth team, which is basically the selling point that gave Miles the decision to say, yeah, we can't release this game because he couldn't find his own youth team. There it is. So there's that. Again, I would have hated to imagine what FM25 would have been like. Like, how unplayable was that game? Back to the match day, though. We'll go back into the tactics, and we'll see what else we got. So, out of possession, we've got pressing fullbacks, and we've got holding fullbacks. So, again, one that moves up and takes the player on, or one that holds back. So, again, you've got those options there. Centre-backs, we've got advanced centre-backs. We had wide centre-backs as well. We're on the old game. Ball playing and no nonsense are back. But the advanced centre-back kind of moves up to DM. So there's that. And then out of possession, we've got the stopper and the cover. So they were separate things underneath the centre-back. So you could have a ball-playing centre-back that was also a stopper. So they were kind of like the secondary roles. So there's that. So again, it's different, but it's the same. DMs, we've got the defensive midfielder, we've got DLPs, box-to-box. So you can have deeper box-to-box playmakers and midfielders, which is good. And then if we were just to move Gravenberg up just for now, for example, we can have a look at some more. So we've got the central midfielder, we've got attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker, wide central midfielder, channel midfielder, midfield playmaker. Channel midfielder, I guess, is kind of like a Mezzala because they kind of run wide into the channel, and the same with the wide central midfielder as well. Maybe similar to like a Mezzala sort of player. So there's that. I mean, the Mezzala was a brilliant name as well. Why did they get rid of the Mezzala? Come on. And then out of possession, we've got defensive midfielder, we've got dropping defensive midfielder. So that's an opportunity for them to maybe swap with the centre back. So that's a possibility. We've got a screening defensive midfielder, which holds the position, and a wide covering defensive midfielder, just does a little bit more. And then if we move Gravenberg up, we've got central midfielder, pressing central midfielder, screening central midfielder, and wide covering. Central attacking midfield, we've got the attacking midfielder, the tracker, and a central outlet attacking midfielder. That's a bit of a mouthful. And then we've got the attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker, free roll. Seeing the initials SS and it's not being Shadow Striker, that kind of hurts my feelings. And then channel midfielder. On the left, we've got inside forward, I imagine, still. Yep, so this is very much the same. Wide forward, no wide target man, no Ramdeuter. I don't think I ever used a Ramdeuter, but no Ramdeuter. Inside wingers back as well. So it's similar roles, but they've just changed the names a little bit. So again, I'm not mad about it. You know, everyone will find something that they like in terms of like a tactic. You know, the names might be a bit different, but you know, it's like learning a new game again, and it's going to take some getting used to. But you know what? It is what it is. If we had exactly the same game for years and years and years, we would eventually get bored of it. And yes, things aren't perfect, but I think it's definitely got potential. And you know what? This is still the beta, so there's still going to be bugs being fixed, and there's still got opportunities to try and improve things. So I won't count them out just yet. But I think it's got promise. I think it's just very, very early days for this Unity engine, and I understand they've been working on it, or they've been planning it for a long time. Like, we're looking back at probably about 5 years or so ago that SI were looking to recruit people that had knowledge of Unity. So they've been at least thinking about this for 5 years, and you know, we're finally seeing it. But I think even in that time, and you know, we know this from the cancellation of FM25, they bit off way more than they could chew. So there's that. There's probably loads of stuff that I haven't even scratched. But, you know, we've managed to set up a basic tactic. We've had a look at our squads up to a point. It's going to take some getting used to in terms of learning our way around the game. So what we're going to do is I'm going to holiday ahead to that Community Shield game against Crystal Palace. And we're going to do one more video where we're going to have a look at the match day experience, which I'm looking forward to because it looks phenomenal. I hope it is. But yeah, in terms of the user interface, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's going to take some getting used to. Yeah, it's very early days. Like, it's the biggest change they've made probably since FM19, because that was when they changed the logo. And yeah, I think FM19 had quite a few changes as well, but this is a bigger change than that. The user interface is completely different. It's a brand new engine. It's going to take some getting used to. It's not going to be perfect, but there's nothing so far that's made me think this game is unplayable. There's some things that I think could be fixed. I think there's some quality of life changes that they can make before the full game comes out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, so far I'm optimistic, but there's definitely some things that need to be worked on. So, you know, we'll give them some time, and hopefully by the time the full game comes out, they'll have fixed some of the problems, and we'll have a really good functioning game. I hope so. Otherwise, people are going to be asking for their money back, and there's a lot of people that have affiliations with like Fanatical or, you know, things like CD Keys, that they get a little bit of a cut. And if this game's not great, then I don't know, are they going to lose out? I don't actually know how that would work. If people started refunding if they got pre-orders from other creators, I don't really know how that would work, to be honest. But so far, I'm optimistic. It's not perfect. It was never going to be perfect, but they've got some time to iron some things out, and hopefully the match day will make up for it. So far, it's not great, but it's not bad. And in the next video, we are going to have a look at the match day experience and play our first game in the new engine. And I'm looking forward to it because it looks amazing. So I really hope it is going to be. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new. Turn notifications on, check out the other channel down below, and all the videos on this channel, various video games over God knows how many years. I can't even count anymore. But yeah, hopefully you find something you like. And, you know, there's loads of old FM stuff. Most of it's outdated, but, you know, there might be something you like. So have a look at those. I'm going to press continue because I said that I would play until I press continue. So does the continue button work? Are we ending on that? Okay, the continue button does work. It's just very, very delayed. We saw the messages in the portal before the actual load screen came up, so that's a bit of a concern. If I click it again, okay, that was a bit quicker at least. Arne Slot's left Liverpool, so there's that. So there you go. I've pressed continue, so that means this video is over. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.